I'm thinking about sex, or more specifically, sex dolls. I'm thinking about sex dolls for men as an increasing feature of men's lives going forward. It's a strange thought, and it's only occurred to me because I think sex in general is becoming, or possibly has become already, uh, I'm trying to pick the word here. I suppose I'm going to go with that. It's a dangerous area for men. It's a difficult, problematic area for men in general. And I'm thinking that sex dolls could reduce the problems for men that are resulting from the sexual imperative. Now, it's very easy to see sex dolls as perverted, as bad, as wrong in some way. But I don't think that's applicable to sex dolls. I think the sexual urge that men desire can be met with something artificial like a sex doll. I think that the various issues that are facing men as a result of the sexual imperative, I think the issues can be resolved in the main with the use of sex dolls. I don't think it's accurate to describe them as perverted or in any way wrong. I don't think it's a bad thing to make use of sex dolls for men. I think it's actually sensible and healthier to consider the use of sex dolls in the current environment for men in society. I've covered a lot of the issues facing men in society on this channel and also in a documentary which I think is available on this channel as well under the name ManWomanMyth. And there are many issues regarding relationships with women in general. But the main issue with sex dolls is that it satisfies, or the use of sex dolls can satisfy the physical need that men have for sexual interaction. The sexual urge can be satisfied, I think, with the sex doll because it has to be said that relationships with women now can be very problematic and very frankly dangerous for men. And sex dolls can mitigate the risks because the need within men for sex can be mostly satisfied by the physical actions of performing with a doll. As I've said already, I think I don't see it as perverted. I don't see it as wrong in any way to consider the use of sex dolls because there is a mechanical, functional need within men to perform the sexual act. It's a very big driver for men to do the physical actions of sexual intercourse. So, in other words, relationships with women are not the. Sorry, a relationship with a woman is not the primary aim of the sexual impulse. The impulse to have sex within men is about nature controlling and persuading men to create more babies, to create more people in the world. Sex is used as a method to entice men into doing what nature wants, which is to have more people in the world. Nature isn't concerned with men's happiness or whether a man can afford it or whether a man is ready or whether a man wants to have a child. Nature wants to make men have children, regardless of what men want. Men definitely need to take more control of themselves, and sex dolls might be a means to that end. The functional act of sex, the pleasure that results from that, can be met with the use of sex dolls. And the only inhibition to the use of sex dolls is our thoughts regarding whether it's right to be using sex dolls, whether it's perverted or wrong in some way. I don't think that sex dolls should be viewed in that way. Rather, I think that the use of sex dolls could be healthy for men and could meet a need that men have, a physical need that men have, and enable men to think more clearly and behave more sensibly in life. I think an increasing use of sex dolls and the sex doll development increasing, I think can be an extremely healthy avenue for men to pursue. It's definitely a positive thing and not a perverted thing. It's not a bad thing. So I very much hope that the use of sex dolls will increase and that the negative view of dolls will reduce. I think it's in the interest of men for this to happen.